Hello students, welcome to my channel. Another part of Standard 10 Social Science subject, chapter number 17. Before I go ahead in the lecture, I would like to say thanks to the members whose names are Krish Mangwani, Dhanvi Shah, Samil Masani, Mitsa Zanzukriya, Rujuta Rao and Kushi Bhayani and Bansri Patel. These are those members who provide the feedback through comment, and I am very thankful to them to motivate me and push me to create better lectures for the sake of education. So in our last lecture we talk about poverty alleviation program, and in this part we will focus on unemployment, meaning, types of unemployment and the steps to remove unemployment. So this is what our main content of today's lecture. So let's start without any disturbance. Now first we focus on definition. Among the current problems of India, problem of unemployment is crucial. Now poverty originates due to unemployment. See, the reason of poverty is what? A person is not employed. If I am earning, then I can spend. If I am not earning, I cannot spend. I cannot spend means I am not able to satisfy my basic necessities. So in that context, the poverty originates due to unemployment. Please underline the sentence. Please underline, poverty originates due to unemployment. Can be asked in fill in the blanks. Now this is a long-term problem. Unemployment is a long-term problem and has got deep rooted in the depth of our economy. Maximum countries of the world are facing problem of unemployment. Even they are developed, yet they are facing the problem of unemployment. Now what is the meaning of unemployment? See, in a normal meaning means a person is not doing work is called unemployment. But students, in exam we can't write this. We will get 0 mark. What is the meaning of unemployment? Term by term, we divide the definition into parts, and please underline this whole paragraph. I repeat, please underline this whole paragraph. I insist you to underline this whole paragraph because this whole paragraph is part of meaning of unemployment. So we will discuss this particular definition. One who is adult, first condition, adult, age is 15 to 60 years, age is 15 to 60 years, ready to work at prevalent market rate of wages, whatever rate is available market, ready to work with that market, has energy and the qualification to do the work, and searching for a work but still not getting the work, such person is said to be unemployed. So how to bifurcate? For example, we have a person who is adult, age is between 15 to 60 years, and that person is ready to work whatever market rate is going on, has energy also and qualification also to do the work, searching for a work, but in spite of all this situation not getting the work, then that person is said to be unemployed. So how to bifurcate this definition? See, point number 1, who is adult? Point number 2, age is 15 to 60 years. Point number 3, ready to work at prevalent market rate of wages, means no argument about salary, whatever rate going on of salary, ready to work with that salary, has energy also and qualification also to do the work, and searching for a job, but in spite of all this not getting the work, then that person is called unemployed. And such type of condition, such type of situation in group is called unemployment. Such type of situation in a group, among group of people, then that is called unemployment. So here definition is complete. Please remember the definition. Definition is very, very, very important. Such an unemployment which has to be faced mandatory, compulsory, called unemployment against his wish. Okay, compulsory situation. Nobody wants unemployment, everybody wants employment, but in spite of that, they by force accept this situation compulsory. Mandatory means compulsory, then that is called unemployment. Now the next paragraph, if people who demand wages more than the prevalent market rate, people who demand for wages more than the prevalent market rate, whatever rates available, okay, who are not in age group of 15 to 60, who are handicapped weak, sick people, old, lazy, housewife, those who are not willing to work in spite of being capable, are not considered as unemployed. This can be asked in tricky question. Observe the following option carefully and find out who is not considered as unemployed. So we discuss them. First of all, who demand wages more than the prevalent market rate. For example, right now teachers lecture rates are going on. 1 hour, 1 lecture, market rate is 250 rupees. But a particular teacher demands that, no, I want 1000 rupees. But obvious, a person ready to give 250 rupees, but you are demanding for 1000, so you will not get a job. In that situation, we cannot consider as unemployed. Second, who is not in the age group of 15 to 60. At the age of 65 years, one person is searching for a job and not get the job, then cannot consider as unemployed. A person who is handicapped, means has not energy to complete a specific work. Weak person, sick person who don't have energy to do the work, cannot consider as unemployed. Old people, as I told you, 60 plus, lazy people who has all the favorable thing but want to sleep peacefully, cannot consider as unemployed. Housewife, those who are not willing to work because housewife want to focus on the development of the children, household work, caring of the house, they all are capable but don't want to do the work. They all are not considered as unemployed. Now the next types of unemployment can be asked as 4-mark question. Very, very, very important. Please write important over here in this white area. Please write IMP, important. The various types of unemployment we will discuss by the help of example. Now first we will talk about seasonal unemployment. Now due to lack of irrigation facility, irregularity in rainfall and lack of alternative employment, farmers have to remain unemployed for 3 to 5 months in India. Now what this is, see, irregularity in terms of rainfall. Rainfall is not regular. In agriculture we require water, rainfall is not regular, irrigation facility is not available, and there is no other job other than agriculture. Then, because of this situation, farmer has to remain unemployed for 3 to 5 months in India. And for this time slot, they are called seasonal unemployment. Because of season, they are unemployed. They want to do agriculture, but in agriculture, they require water. Rainfall is irregular. Irrigation facility is not there. So agriculture is not possible. And they also try to find out alternative employment, other than agriculture, but they are not able to get it. So that's why they remain unemployed for 3 to 5 months, and that is called seasonal unemployment. Second point is frictional unemployment. Now when a new technology is introduced, please underline, new technology is introduced in the place of old technology, laborers remain unemployed for some time. For that time period, this is called frictional unemployment. This is known as frictional unemployment. For example, I am doing typing work on typewriter instrument in the office. I repeat, I am doing typing work on traditional typewriter. But because of technological change occurs and my office decide to go for computerization. Now I know only typewriter, I don't know computer at all. So office told me that you do one thing, in 1 month you learn computer and then you join the work, then you go for office work. So till that 1 month I will not get any salary, because I need to learn the new technology. So for that particular month I not get any kind of money, so I become unemployed, and because of technology I become unemployed. So that's why it is called frictional unemployment. Next is structural unemployment. The social structure of India can be cause of unemployment. For example, if I got a job in Andaman Nicobar Island, in the extreme tribal area, my family will say, no, don't go for a job. I am ready to work qualified, eager to work, salary also accepted, searching for a job, but because of the structure of my family and old mentality of my family, I am not able to get a job. So I remain unemployed because of the social structure of my family. So Indian economy is backward and orthodox. Social backwardness, not to allow to go to a particular place for a job. Tradition of orthodoxy, that this is not our work, we are not suitable for this work, it not suit nice with our caste. It is wrong against the customs of our family. Illiteracy and lack of structural facility. Okay, lack of literacy, lack of structural facility. Okay, like for example, training, lack of training, or we can say lack of specific knowledge are responsible for structural unemployment. The fourth is disguised unemployment. Now, sometimes more than required number of workers have involved in occupation. Even if a few laborers are removed from the work, no decrease is recorded in total production. So these extra laborers, please underline, extra laborers are said to be unemployed in a disguised way. So that is called disguised unemployment. For example, look at this. See, for example, this is the farm. Okay. Now, you can able to cultivate the crops, say for example, 1 lakh kg wheat you can grow maximum. If you cover every area of this farm, you can able to cover up maximum 1 lakh kg of wheat, for example, you can cultivate maximum 1 lakh. Now, to cultivate this particular crop of wheat, 1 lakh kg, you required maximum 3%. Now the farmer who owns this farm, he has 6 sons. Okay. Now all 6 work in this farm. When you go and visit this farm, all 6 are working. But practically how many required? Only 3 required. So since you observe that all 6 are working, if you remove any 3, well, that makes no difference. Your production remains same. That is 1 lakh kg. If you keep them or if you remove them, your production remains same. So that 3 is extra actually. That 3 people are extra. The 3% are extra. So that 3 is known as disguised unemployed. So even if you laborers you remove from work, no decrease record in the total production. So whether you keep them or you remove them, that make no difference in the production. Next, industrial unemployment. Now in industrial field, if anyone has to remain unemployed for short term or long term due to changes take place in industrial sector, such a situation is called industrial unemployment. For example, power cut. Like for example, next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday power cut is there. So they remain unemployed. Raw material is not available, so they remain unemployed. Lockdown, for example. Because of that, they remain unemployed. So these all are comes under industrial unemployment. Sixth, educated unemployment. If a person has obtained at least secondary education or degree and is unemployed, and he is called educated unemployed. See what? two conditions. If a person has obtained at least secondary education, 9-10 standard, or degree, like bachelor degree, and in spite of that not get employment, then that's called educated unemployment. Next, proportion of unemployment in India. Now, what is the situation of our country? So much numerical data is there. As I told you in my previous lecture, we have to remember them. There is a difference in the state-wise condition of unemployment in India. Different state has different ratio of unemployment. Because of indifference of employment exchange in registering the details of the people interested to get a job, it is difficult to take out the exact and approximate figure. You will not get exact number because number of people will not registered in employment exchange. Actually, everybody required to register in the employment exchange so that government will come to know that how many people are there who are interested to get the job but are not able to get the job. Government can come to know if people are registered themselves in employment exchange. Okay, I request all the students who are watching this video and listening my lecture, after your 10th standard result comes, I insist that you have to go for employment exchange and register yourself. Maybe possible some opportunity you will get for a better job. Okay, I also did in my life, so I am saying this to you. It is always advisable that go to employment exchange and register your documents after 10th standard mark sheet. You are helping yourself also and you are helping to government also. Still, on the basis of figures of Labor and Employment Ministry, the data available by Labor and Employment Ministry of India and National Sample Survey Institute, we get an idea about comprehensiveness of unemployment, overall unemployment. Two institute, Labor and Employment Ministry of India and National Sample Survey. From both the institute we collect the data and we will come to know overall unemployment ratio. Now, according to the census counting of 2011, 116 million people were in search of employment. This much million of people are search for a job. 32 million people were uneducated employed, means they are not educated and they are unemployed. 84 million were educated unemployed. 84 million are those who are educated but unemployed. This is very sad. You are educated, you learn, you spend time, energy, you add up the skill, but still you not get a job. So 84 million people were educated unemployed. Approximately 4.70 crore people of 15 to 24 youth age category were unemployed. These are the very sad numerics. Now we will wait that in 2021 when census carry out, or in 2020 if census carry out, then we will get the latest numerical data, okay, and we can able to compare that data with this data. So we'll exact come to know what progress done by our country in last 1 decade. According to the survey of Labor Bureau, 2013-14 rate of unemployment in India was observed to be 5.4%. Okay, 5.4% people are unemployed. In Gujarat, per 1,000 people, 5.4 people mentioned. Now, see, here there is a correction required in textbook. If you notice carefully, the data mentioned over here is 5.4%. 5.4% data is of India. Okay, and in Gujarat, per 1,000, 12% remain unemployed. So this particular part you have to erase. What I underline, what I prepare, that you have to erase. In Gujarat, per 1,000. Okay, so this is extra. This particular data is extra. Okay, I put a line. I hope you able to make out. Starting from people 5.5%, and in Gujarat per 1,000. This is extra. So all these, I hope you can able to see tiny line over here. Okay, Gujarat per 1,000 people, 12%, 1.2 were unemployed. That is the correct sentence. So where you can able to see, I draw a rough line that you have to erase. So in Gujarat per 1,000 people, 12% were unemployed. India it is 5.4, Gujarat it is 1.2, because per 1,000, 12% were unemployed. So the area where I draw the line, that part you have to omit, where I am moving my cursor right now. Okay, that you have to erase. This much part you have to erase. Please erase it, otherwise you will confuse. Now next, in Gujarat, sorry, in 2009 and 10, per 1,000 people, 34% were unemployed in urban area. Okay, in urban area in India. Okay, while in rural area, 16 people, 1.6% were unemployed. In rural area, this is the ratio per 1,000. And ratio of educated unemployed was more in urban area, in city area. And rate of educated unemployment was more in urban area, city area. And rate of unemployment in women was 7.7% in India in 2013. So this data you have to remember. Okay, and now we talk about the states. In India, more unemployment has been witnessed in the states like Sikkim, Kerala, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jammu Kashmir, Tripura. So you need to mark all of them, because these are those states where more unemployment witness, means the people who are staying in these states, they are facing more problem about the unemployment issue. While ratio of unemployment in Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Karnataka, Chandigarh and Gujarat has remained low. So these are those states where the ratio of unemployment is low. Means people of these states, majority of them get job compared to the previous list of the states. Now condition of employment in Gujarat is good and noteworthy. People of Gujarat, they are getting employment compared to other state, that is noteworthy in a better way. According to an estimation, 15% highly educated people are youth, 66% youth of the world. Now, if you try to understand that, there is a estimation, okay, and that estimation says that 15% highly educated people are youth. Now here you have to add in India, according to Gujarati medium textbook, you have to add that according to an estimation 15% highly educated people are youth in India. Please add one word in India in this sentence. After the word youth, please add in India. Okay. 66% youth of the world who are youth of 35 years of age live in India. See, 66% people whose age is 35 years, youth of 35 years, they are live in India, which is very big ratio. And if India wants to become superpower on the basis of the capacity of the youth population, young people, it will have to change the unpleasant form of unemployment. We have to change the situation of unemployment. Now, main reason responsible for increasing unemployment in India. What are the main reason of increasing unemployment? That is increase in population. Okay, compared to required people, we are already more people. So that is the biggest. Like for example, if there is a vacancy of 10 members, then we receive sometimes 100, 500 application, because increase in population. Then theoretically knowledge only. People has only theoretical knowledge. Their practical knowledge is not there. Only bookish knowledge is there. Lack of practical knowledge. They are not able to get practical knowledge and they are not able to implement also. So lack of practical knowledge, lack of technical knowledge or skill, lack of knowledge of technology, failure in providing complete employment available but not a complete employment. Means what? Sometimes employment is there, sometimes employment is not there. Irregularity in rainfall in agriculture area and more risk also of the risk related to crop. So that kind of structure are not favorable for agriculture. Losing interest in agriculture sector. Those who are living in village, their children don't want to go for agriculture. So losing interest in agriculture. Improper irrigation facility so that water supply is not constant. Lack of alternative employment during the time other than agriculture season. The time period where agriculture is not possible, in that time period, you know, people of village, they are lack of alternative employment. So agriculture is not there, fine. Let me go for some other source of income. That is lacking. Weak condition of cottage household industries and small scale industry. Their situation is weak. They are not able to fight with the competition of multinational corporation. Caste system, that this work is of this caste and it is not the work of my caste. It not suitable to me because it not fit with my caste status. That is one of the reason of unemployment. Joint family system where few of them are earning and few of them are enjoying. All are not earning. The biggest drawback of India as far as joint family concerned, that all get food, shelter and clothing. Basic necessities can be satisfied. But all are not getting employment. Some places in joint family you can able to see discuss unemployment. Then people are forced to follow the traditional business. Here, in spite of extraordinary skill, people are forced to follow traditional business or family business. I am witness of this particular situation because one student to whom I taught in my life, he completed his graduation from IIT. Now students, I hope you understand what is IIT. But still working in Bhavnagar. Why? Because father told that you are supposed to be manage my business. So because of family business, he is managing the business in spite of extraordinary skill. But follow traditional business. I taught that student, so I feel sad. But what to do? The family situation is that such. So lack of courage to set up new business. Okay, people has less courage, lack of courage to set up the new business because they don't want to take a risk. So lack of courage to set up new business. Flaws in knowledge, skill, training. Okay. Now the word flaws means what? Flaws means lacking. Lack of. Okay. Lacking knowledge, skill and training. Lack of knowledge, lack of skill, lack of training. Lack of experience. These are the reasons that they are not able to get the employment properly. Then immobility of labor. Labor don't want to move. I belongs to Bhavnagar, so I want to work in Bhavnagar. I don't want to move to other city. So immobility of labor. Then flawless planning of labor, low growth rate of industrial development. 2 points together. One is flawless planning of labor, means the planning of labor force is not proper, improper, and a low growth rate of industrial development. Because if industry develop, automatically employment increase. But if industry development is low, employment ratio also remains low. Less rate of saving tendency. People don't want to save money. Less rate of saving tendency. Because if people save their money, now listen how it is led. I'm explaining you. Less rate of saving tendency means what? People don't want to save money, or they save money less. If people save money, then they will give to bank. Bank will give that amount to someone as a loan to start the business. If that person start the business, then other will get the employment. That is the whole channel is going on. But here what happened? Less rate of saving tendency means people go for less savings. So bank get less money in terms of deposit. So bank will not able to provide the loan to start the business. And that is called what? Decrease in the rate of capital creation. Capital creation means what? Capital creation means bank provide loan to business house to start the business or to expand business, and by that way bank create the capital. So here it will decrease in rate of capital creation was there. Then new business industry cannot be set up due to lack of investment, because of you're not able to get the loan from the bank. New business cannot start. That's why employment cannot be generated. So these are the reasons for increasing unemployment in India. Now next is efforts to reduce unemployment. What are the efforts? What government did so far to reduce the unemployment? Now problem of unemployment is the weakest link of our planning. It's indicate that the weakness of our planning process. Poverty and unemployment are two sides of same coin. That sentence can be asked in exam. Please underline. Both are interrelated. Both are interrelated. If poverty increase, then unemployment increase, and if unemployment increase, then poverty increase. Now this is the question for you to give the answer through comments. This is the question for you. How poverty and unemployment both are interrelated. You have to prove that if poverty increase, then unemployment increase, and you have to also prove that if unemployment increase, then poverty increase. You can use internet, I don't mind, but I want answer how they are interrelated. Those who give the answer, please write your name in the comment section so that in my next video I will definitely speak your name. Now main reason for poverty is unemployment. Main reason for poverty is unemployment, because if people not get a job, they are not able to satisfy their basic necessity. So the main reason for poverty is unemployment. Okay, main reason for poverty is unemployment. This challenging problem has mainly affected educated youth. It's affected to the youth that is educated. So it affected to educated youth, and as a result they lost attitude of interest towards studies. Okay, youth is not interested in studies because even though after they study they not get a job, then but obvious that they lost their attitude of interest in studies. Let me learn something, let me add up new things, that they are not ready, because they realize that those who obtain that knowledge they not get the job. Negative effect on social and mental condition is seen. There is a negative effect on the social and mental condition. The person who is searching for a job and not get a job, society look at that person as if like that person is criminal, and society go for taunting. Achha, so you are double graduate but not get job, then why you study? Nonsense. Such type of taunting mentally upset a person, and that is why the person who's not get job become disappointed. That person become disappointed psychologically, and if they remain unemployed for a long time, then they get involved in anti-social or immoral activities. Like for a long time, if a person is not get a job, then what happens psychologically? The person become upset. So the person is involved in anti-social and immoral activities. Now what is anti-social and immoral activities? Like drug trafficking. Okay, then illegal activities, crimes, robberies, then recovering ransom. Okay, all these are immoral activities. Okay, now recovering ransom means what? See, recovering ransom means kidnap somebody and ask for money. That is called recovering ransom. Okay, kidnapping somebody and then ask for money. That is called recovering ransom. Robberies, I hope you are aware, to rob someone. Illegal activities, okay, that is all kind of illegal criminal job. Drug trafficking means uh, transferring the drugs and other products which is not allowed legally. Increase in social and economic inequality is there. See, here what happened because of unemployment, it increased the social and economic inequality. Rich become rich and poor become more poor. And here what happened, the poor person is not get employment, so automatically disparity can be seen. So increase the social and economic inequality. uh, Class discrimination begins. Lower class, upper class, that kind of class discrimination begins. Fall in living standard decrease. When price rise joins unemployment, please underline, when price rise joins unemployment, condition of poor and unemployed becomes more narrowing and pathetic. Okay, for one side they not get a job, and second side the prices are increasing, so how they manage becomes more narrowing and pathetic. Unemployed person turns towards narcotic drugs and other addiction. Here, because of psychological state of mind is not okay, so a person who is unemployed for long number of time, okay, move towards or turn towards narcotic drugs and other addiction, which is very harmful. Thus, unemployment has proved to be deadly for individual, family as well as economy. Okay, why it is deadly? Because it is deadly for individual, it is deadly for family because the income of family is also reduced and economy also affected. Next, we have studied about plans of government to remove unemployment while studying about poverty alleviation program. Let's recall them. Other than those, many effective steps have been taken by government, which are as follows. So what are the steps taken by government? Point number one, by aiming at high goal economic development of 10% per year, which is acceptable to all. So if you if you achieve economical development 10% per year, then automatically employment opportunity will be generated. Okay, now economical development of 10% means what? Every year financial development has to be increased minimum 10%. Increasing capital investment and opportunity of investment. If investment in terms of capital, when somebody start the company, other invest their money in that company, is called capital investment. And opportunity of unemployment, these both will increase if we achieve 10% per year economic development growth. New fields should be open for fast and balanced economic development along with development in agriculture sector. So here we need to find out the new areas, the new field should be open, the new areas should be open so that employment opportunity can be generated along with the development of agriculture sector, because main industry in India, that is agriculture. At the same time, along with agriculture sector, small and household industry also required to motivate it. Cottage industry also required to be motivated so that people's employment will continue. In order to increase employment, government has started giving economical help, financial help, education, open training center through different schemes. So government focus on this. Government provide financial help. Government provide education. Government also open training center so that the person can get the training and can start doing the work. Second point, government should lay stress on development of units using labor intensive method for production of consumer goods. Now see what it mentioned, that government should be lay stress, government has to emphasize that those industries units, okay, labor intensive, okay, where labors required more, government need to focus on the development of that unit. The industrial unit where human required more compared to machine, then government has to focus and stress on labor intensive industry for the production of consumer goods, small and cottage industry. Okay, so these are the areas where more manpower required compared to machine. Then it mentioned one word over here, Gramodaya, which we already discussed. Okay, now is Gramodyog mentioned. Actually, it is a Gujarati word, Gram Udyog. Okay, so please read properly. Gram Udyog. Now, Gram Udyog means what? The household industries available in village. So, Gram Udyog, handloom and handicraft skill required to be motivated. For that, for it, encouraging policy should be implemented in the scheme. Government has to launch the scheme and government has to implement the scheme so that these industries where maximum people can get the employment. Next, more number of people may be employed in rural area by less investment by developing new method at the rural level in which more than one crop may be taken from the field in order to remove unemployment during the time when farmers are not engaged in agriculture. Now the point says what there? See, more number of people may be employed in rural area. More people required to be employed in rural area because India's highest population stays in rural areas. In rural area, by less investment, by developing new method of rural level, you have to improve new method of agriculture in rural area. Which is the new method? The new method is more than one crop can be taken from the same field in order to remove unemployment during the time when farmers are not engaged in agriculture. Those time when agriculture is not possible, at that time farmer must get some source of income. So here it is mentioned that go for new method of agriculture so that more than one crop can be taken, and by that way we can able to remove the unemployment during non-favorable season. Next, to bring new land under cultivation. Okay, the land which is fallow land, you bring that new land for cultivation. Arranging water and electricity for every field so that water supply and electricity supply continue to improve the industry. Small and big irrigation scheme, dam, check dam, ponds, canals, tube wells, these all satisfied the requirement of water in agriculture or agriculture related industries. So all this irrigation scheme has to continue so that the requirement of water can be satisfied. Activities of construction of road. Okay, the activity where construction of road, activity related to agriculture, poultry, fishery, cattle rearing, dairy industry, and programs for afforestation. Now all this activity has to be started so that people will get the employment in this activity. For this, planning should be employment oriented. The purpose of all this is employment has to generate. Employment opportunities should be increased in villages so that uh, village people get the employment, so that villagers get through enough income and working in their own village only. They are not required to move anywhere else, and because of that migration towards city may be reduced. Now if the migration towards city may be reduced, then pressure on demand of employment may be decreased. because those people who are getting employment in village, they will not migrate to urban areas, city areas, and that's why the burden of unemployment on city areas that will reduce. Next, encouraging plantation agriculture. We already discussed plantation agriculture, the agriculture which required extreme skillful, extreme skillful uh, agriculture, or that is called plantation agriculture. Organic farming, where they use maximum natural substance. Dry farming and multi-cropping. Dry farming also I already explained. Multi-cropping means in 1 year multiple different crops has to be taken. Growing vegetables and fruits, all these are the activity which can create more employment. Importance should be given to improvement of quality of education in village, because if a person is educated, then can able to satisfy basic necessity in a better way. Next, after that, in order to sustain human development in rural areas, health, education, pure drinking water, nutritious food, electricity, roads, banking, insurance, internet, improvement in communication and entertainment, okay, water harvesting activities, constructing permanent public property, development of local industries and encouraging them, adopting employment oriented programs should be undertaken. Now I will explain this lengthy sentence. It says that to sustain human development means to keep the human development in rural village area, those facility regarding health, education, pure drinking water, nutritious food, electricity, road, banking, insurance, internet, and improvement in communication, all these require to be made better. It require to be improved. Water harvesting activities so that water can be harvested and it improve agriculture. Constructing the permanent public property like a public building, public washroom, and all those. Development of local industry so that we can encourage them and people of village will get the job opportunity, will come out or generate. Adapting employment oriented program should be undertaken so that people get the employment. Quality of life of rural people as well as result oriented improvement has been main objective. So result oriented improvement has to be there. You go for effort, but it requires some results. Okay, positive results. In order to decrease educated unemployment and unemployment among the youth, skill should be developed and employment should be provided as per qualification. Employment must be provided as per qualification. Those who are more qualified, they get more skillful work. Those who are less qualified, they will get less skillful work. Such type of business oriented or technical education policy should be adopted. You should adopt such type of uh, uh, such type of ideology, that technical education policy should be adopted. Business oriented, whatever demand in business, accordingly the syllabus has to be prepared. And this will produce skill artisans, and by that way you will get the skill artisans or skillful people. Now curriculum, syllabus, course of the school and college should be such that satisfy the requirement of local industry. It must satisfy the requirement of local industry. That's why in new education policy, government thinking to provide technical or vocational training from 6th standard. Imagine vocational training from 6th standard. Such type of effort should be made by providing education and training to the youth. You have to provide education and training to the youth. Special skill may be developed in them, something other than others, some special skill, some special technique required to be developed in them. Quality improve along with the production. Not only quantity but quality also required to be improved. Employment increases, and increasing in income and improvement in living standard. So if you do all these, then employment increase, and by that way living standard also improve. They should be given assurance. Youth must be given assurance that they keep on getting employment. Youth must get the assurance that you will get work continuously. Now next is Labour Ministry of India, Indian government and state government have implemented ambitious programs. Okay, see the institute, Labour Ministry of India, Indian government and the state government combinedly prepare some programs: Make in India, Skill India and Digital India. For what? To enhance, to improve, to enhance the knowledge, to improve the knowledge, to improve in understanding, enthusiasm, work capacity of youth along with industrial development. So along with industrial development, youth knowledge has to be enhanced, their enthusiasm and their work capacity has to be improved, so that government launched the program Make in India, Skill India and Digital India. Now technical colleges and university has to be set up nationwide. In our city Bhavnagar also we have a technical institute, industrial training institute is also there. They should provide education facility as per vocational curriculum and modern technology. As I told you, in new education policy, government focus on vocational curriculum and modern technology so that a person get the employment. Efforts are being made to fulfill requirement of employment through near curriculum. So efforts should be made to fulfill the requirement of employment through near curriculum in the school. Okay, so that syllabus prepared in such a way that after completing schooling they get some job. Vocational and technical education also required to be provided to them so that it can improve their employment. As a part of that, higher education institute like IIT, IIM are being established in most of the states of our country. So these two institutes are there which provide highest technical education. Next, now government has opened new areas of employment to plan the manpower, to plan the labor. Lot of employment opportunity is there in computer technology, information technology, pharmaceutical, medicine, manufacturing medicines, business management, packing and processing, outsourcing, marketing, catering, event management, office management, hotel management, share stock marketing, etc. Now we discuss all these. Now here they said government open so many areas where you can get the employment. Like we have various areas in terms of opportunity, that is computer technology, IT industry, pharmaceutical companies, business management, the job of packing and processing, outsourcing. Now what do you mean by outsourcing? Now outsourcing means what? Other nation or other place work we will do. Like for example, in America they have to do some work, okay, but compared to their less labor charges in India, so that here what happened, that we will do the work of America but staying in India. That is called outsourcing. Some other countries or some other companies work you do on behalf of that company, then it is called outsourcing. Then event management, manage someone's birthday or marriage function, that is called event management. Okay, that also will generate employment. Office management, that I hope you already aware. Hotel management, share and stock market, purchasing the shares and selling the shares and their stocks. These all are the new areas of employment. So new curriculum, new syllabus has been set up in the universities. Fulfill the local requirement. Prepare the syllabus which can be satisfied local requirement. Accordingly, curriculum, syllabus of education, training and teaching has been changed so that it may fulfill the requirement of job in future. The syllabus must be such type of that it can be fulfill the requirement of job in future. At the end of acquiring education, short-term diploma or certificate course have been started to fulfill the need of manpower, like course in spinning, weaving, tanning, plumbing, radio, TV, fridge, mobile, AC repairing. So in repairing of all these instruments also you are able to earn huge amount. As a result of revolution in the field of automobile, electronics, computer science, genetic science, aerospace, robot making, new courses have been started in order to produce skilled artisans, engineers and technicians. Now what they say till here, observe. As a result of revolution, automobile industry, cars and car related parts, electronic industry for electronic instrument, computer science, programming and software, genetic science, bioinformatics, aerospace related to aviation, robot making. Okay, all these are the, all these are the skillful improvement by engineers and technicians. It is tried to provide loan at less rate. Okay, provide loan at less rate of interest to the entrepreneur under Startup India for promoting new business. So if you have a Startup India, then you may get loan at low rate. Okay, because government wants to motivate you, so they may give you loan at low rate. The mutual coordination has become possible because of cooperation between local industry and training institute. So there is an understanding. Okay, whatever the demand of local industry, that demand of skill, okay, provide that training provided by training institute, so that as per local requirement, supply of labor could be made for generating unemployment according to the need of local requirement. The supply of labor prepared by universities, and in the place of white collar, reputed white collar job, self employment should be fostered with the government's economic help. So here what happened, government believe on self employment program, and by that way government's income help. Okay, you will get government income, government economic help. So the point says what, if you are trying to go for self employment, then government provide financial help to you, and for this purpose such an environment, we require specific environment and proper and strong structure should be created, that educational courses and educational expenses become cheaper and admission become easy. That is also a major discussion, that education required to be cheaper and education expense reduce, and at the same time we need to create more educational courses so that can satisfy the industrial requirement. Next, point number 8, it is necessary that new business industry should be set up for industrial growth and generating of new employment opportunities. Now what the point says, new business industry should be set up. If you establish new business industry, then it will increase industrial growth, and if more and more industries increase, then it will generate new employment opportunity. Means people will get employment, people will get a job. Now investment in essential along with development of skill. Now it indicate that we require to be, we require to go for essentially we have to go for investment of capital, which can be reason of improvement, and this investment is essential along with development of skill. All the labor required to improve their skill, they require to mutually cooperate each other and to increase entrepreneurship among youth. Now what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship means courage to start business. It's called entrepreneurship. So here we require to invest money, but we have to see that along with investment, it must develop the skill, can get the cooperation mutually among laborers, and increase the entrepreneur, the courage to start business in youth. Youth required to come out and youth required to start the business. Youth required to learn to take the calculated risk so that improvement of industries can be possible. In order to promote opportunities of self-employment, government has started many plans for providing financial help at low rate of interest for small investment, for various purpose to purchase implement small margin, raw material of office furniture initially, along with the help of the selling produce goods. Now we divide the sentence. See, because government want to promote, in order to promote opportunities of self-employment, government want to promote, and government want to provide opportunity for self-employment. Means what? You will get your employment by your own, not to do job under somebody. Government has started many plans for providing financial help, and that also at the rate of low rate of interest. Means government provide loan with low interest for small investment, and it's for various purpose. Okay, for various purpose government provide the loan to purchase implement of small margin and raw material. Okay, like for example raw material, government provide loan to purchase and implement small margin business and raw material, plus government provide a loan to purchase office furniture. Not only that, government also help for selling produce goods. Government provide various schemes where whatever goods produced by you, that you can sell. Efforts have been started to provide technical and commercial knowledge. Government go for effort that government will provide technical and commercial help, commercial knowledge. Like for example, somebody wants to do business but don't know about technical aspects and don't know commercial aspects. So government will provide them this knowledge. Government will provide them managerial skill, how to manage business, managerial skill, and for all this government help them. Now with the efforts of bank, economical help of financial institutes, economical easy loan facility, economical easy loan facility for local businessmen and welfare organization. Women have been provided self-employment by setting up household industries. Again we divide the sentence. Now with the efforts of banks and economical help of financial institution, means bank and financial institution would like to provide easy loan facility. Easy loan facility to local businessmen for establishment of business, for local businessmen, and welfare organization also provide some help for self-employment of women to set up the household industry. So here bank and financial institution provide easy loan. Okay, and local businessmen. The word local businessman means here association. The local business association and welfare institute provide special help to women so that women get self-employment by setting up household industries. Now, one thing I want to clarify that the translation done from Gujarati medium textbook to English medium textbook is many places improper. Like here it is mentioned that local businessman, but in Gujarati medium textbook it is mentioned local business association. Okay, so that's why I arrange it and then I explain you. I again repeat, with the help of efforts of the bank and financial institution, the loan provide, okay, to the business house and local business association, welfare organization, they both provide loan to female to set up their household industry. Thus, coming out of the traditional business, like compared to traditional business, a new firm of members of family was prepared which expand the horizon of new business and industrial sector. Rather than your family business, rather than your old firm, the new firm of member of the family was prepared and the new generation of the family member start a new business or new trend in the same business and improve the industrial sector of our country. Next, employment exchange centers work as a chain between unemployed person and owners who were in the search of such youth. First we understand this part. Employment exchange is the center. Employment exchange centers work as a chain. Now the sentence says what? One side we have an unemployed person, other side we have those owner of business house who are in search of youth who wants to give the job. So employment exchange center, what it does? It will do the job of chain between two people. One is unemployed person and second side owner of the business house who search for the youth. Employment exchange connect both of them. So the owner who are in the search of youth who were looking for the employment and the person who searching for a job, both are connected by the help of employment exchange center. Now these laborers, workers or educated, skilled and unskilled labor, all of them are connected with the owners who want to give the job. Now this organization, employment exchange centers, provide authentic information regarding registration of educated unemployed. As I told you that those who are registered members at employment exchange, they get a letter from the business house. So whatever information provided by employment exchange, that is trustworthy, authentic information, and it provide the information of those who are registered educated unemployed and this place and the type of the work. Okay, here they provide the information based on the place and the type of the work. Employment exchange gives the guidance in choosing one's own career. It provides the guidance with the help of which you can choose your own career. And this center provide sufficient information through the magazine like Rozgar Karkirdi. They publish the magazine so that those who are in search of job, maybe possible they get a job. It provides free service through Model Career Center where you can able to counsel about your career, and they also give you guidance on helpline number 1800-425-1514. Helps people by providing them important information, some skill improvement program, okay, some skill improvement program, employment fair where industries comes to select the unemployed people. All this information provided by employment exchange, that is also in the direction of remove the issue of unemployment. Till 2015, there were 947 employment exchange center in our country, including our city Bhavnagar. Also, we have employment exchange, and I am the member of employment exchange. I registered over there after 10th standard and 12th standard, and after bachelor degree. And in all these 947 employment exchange, in which till 2013, 468.23 lakh unemployed had registered. They are educated but unemployed, and all over the country while in Gujarat 8.30 lakh unemployed had registered their name to get a job. So these are the steps what we discussed is for effective steps to remove unemployment. Okay, now we go to the last topic of this lesson, and that is frequently asked in board exam in 4 marks or 3 marks. Please mark important: world labor market. And please remember, this question can be asked in an applied way also. Write a short note on brain drain, like that way also it is possible to ask. Now we will discuss this topic in detail. I will give overview of this topic. Because of globalization, we learn in past lectures globalization. Uh, Labor of India can move in any other country for job. Now, if we allow this kind of world labor market, means any country's expert person can go to any other country, okay, then it may possible that we will face the shortage of expert people, because those who are expert, skillful, brilliant people, they may get more income in some other country, so they will migrate from their native nation to somewhere else. Now it has a plus point also and minus point also. So here there is a question for you: do you think so we should allow expert people of India to migrate in some other country for a job? If yes, then why? And if no, then why? That you have to write. Right now when I am recording the video, Yashraj Singh give the answer in the comment section, which I can able to read. Thank you, Yashraj Singh, for giving the answer. Okay, now I read the sentence line by line. When change of labor is there, when change of labors is there among nations of the world, means one country's labor will go to another country's business area, then it is called world labor market. When the laborers migrate from one country to another for employment or business or for training or for higher education, it is called movement of labor at international level. So that is what my question to you in comment section. Do we allow this kind of movement for Indian people? If yes, then why? And if no, then why? So the point says what? The laborers are migrate from, for example, from our country India to another country. But for what? They migrate for either employment or for business or for training or for higher education. And such kind of movement is called movement of labor at international level. Now, walk out of brain power, brilliant people, scholar people, walk out of brain power for educational knowledge, higher technical knowledge and skill development, or in search of more income, more facility, better job, is called brain drain or migration at international level. Means the brilliant people walk out of brain power, brilliant people, either for education knowledge or for higher technical knowledge or for skill development or for search for more income, more facility or better job, they move to some other nation. It's called brain drain or migration at international level. Now, because of increasing social status recently, because people believe it's a social status that, oh, I settle in America, oh, I settle in Canada. So because of increasing social status recently, country-wise mobility of labor become popular in noteworthy manner. Day by day, more and more people decide to migrate to some other country because they are feel that they either get better social status or better income. As a result of this kind of migration to other countries, or due to permanent settlement of intelligent and talented people who have spent lot of money on them, facing a great flow of personality having talent and intelligence, okay, technical knowledge and scientific attitude. The point says that as a result of this migration to other country, okay, as a result of migration to other country, permanent settlement there. People settle permanently over there. Which people? Intelligent people, talented people who spend huge amount of money. Okay, uh, but one country will face the flaw of personalities having talent and intelligence and technical knowledge and scientific attitude. These kind of quality people will move from one country to other country. So in that situation, it create a problem. So we are facing shortage. For example, from India, we take a point in different sense. For example, from India, if it is migration of people for permanently settlement, intelligent people, talented people, okay, technical and skillful people, if migrate, then our country will face the loss of these kind of personalities who are having talent and intelligence and technical knowledge and scientific attitude. They will move to other countries, so our country will not get the benefit. So our country face loss. As a result of globalization and liberalization, a new situation has started arising in our country. As a result of globalization, we are facing new situation. In the present time, demand for people having knowledge and the skill in information technology, communication, technology, biotechnology, computer and medical has increased. Every country want those expert people who are having knowledge, skill of information technology, skill of communication, skill of technology, skill of biotechnology, skill of computer, skill of medical. Okay, the demand of these kind of people is increased. Every country want these kind of people. But what to do? Many countries are approached. See, many countries are literally approach such people who have special qualification and skill. Okay, and skill as a trained expert laborers and experts. So there are so many countries who are in a search of such kind of special qualified and skillful expert person. And what they do? They adopt attractive tactic and practices with high perks. Means what? For example, America. Now America is searching for a special qualified person, skillful, trained expert person. Now what America or American company do? They will call this kind of person and provide them high perks. Perks means what? Perk means give them car, residential part, okay, job, high salary, one servant, medical facility, every benefit, every temptation, every benefit. And attractive tactic means attractive offers provide to them to literally grab them to the country. So many countries start approaching such kind of qualified, brilliant, skillful, trained, expert person and provide them so much greed and temptation with high perk, multiple car, multiple houses, good salary, less time, servant and medical facility, insurance, everything provide to them. Industrial firms send their employees to foreign countries to obtain, to receive required qualification and knowledge. There are so many industry under the banner of competition. Okay, they send their staff, okay, to get the training, okay, in foreign countries. They get qualification to get the knowledge and to get the skill so that they may survive in the competition. For example, if I am working in X company, then my company will send me in America for learn good qualification, good knowledge and good skill so that my company will be available in a competition with other company. Now this is a part of international migration. We can say international migration because from one country to other country. Like country receive foreign exchange as a part of income due to migration of people to foreign countries for jobs. For example, if I am basically from India and if I do my work in abroad, then I may send money to my family in terms of foreign currency. So it may possible that India receive foreign exchange because I am from India, my family is in India, but I am working in US, and if I send money to my family, I will send in dollars. So because of I am sending from America to India, the money in terms of foreign exchange, country India will get the income in terms of foreign exchange. And I am not the only one. There are crores of people like me who send their income to their family in India. So India receive foreign exchange because of migration of people in foreign country. And because of the flow of foreign money in our country, in this way, problem of foreign exchange is solved up to some extent. If more and more people are migrate, okay, definitely we face loss. But one hope is there is, you know what, if more people migrate, then they can able to send money in foreign currency. So the problem of foreign exchange can be solved up to some extent. So students, here is your last part of this chapter, and you need to provide or write the question answer of textbook in the fair book also of all the chapters, whoever teach to you, all the chapters, all the question answer you require to write in fair book. Okay, so we would like to conclude our lecture over here. If you have a doubt, then I insist you please ask me in the comment section. I will wait for your comments forever. Okay, so we will conclude over here, and we will continue next lesson in next lecture. Till then, please take care of yourself, students. God bless you.